Alright, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I start lots of my videos the same way these days, saying if it sounds like I'm whispering, it's because my son is napping, and the same thing is true today. He's right in the next room. So today I want to give you guys 3 really accessible and doable bullet journal themes for the month of April, or obviously you can use them for other months too if you want. I'm going to start off with more of like a bright, colorful, fun one, and then we're going to move into, I've got kind of like a softer one and then a more earthy theme as well. And these are all going to just require really minimal supplies and minimal time. So let's just jump right in. So I'm gonna do the first one on this side, and I'm using a zebra mild liner in a purple color for the lettering here. And I'm just gonna start off by writing April across the center, just like printed like this. And what I want to do now is kind of build up the letters a bit and kind of round off some of the edges or the ends of the letters. So I'm going to build that up. I'm going to add a little stem here. So I'm kind of turning it into more of like a serif font and just thickening things up. Alright, so there we've got our title. Now I may come back in and outline this in black. I'm not totally sure yet. I'm going to do kind of the rest of the design first and then decide. So for this one I want to do some like lily pads, and I do have a theme included in my kind of that bullet journal that I pre-designed for you guys and launched at the end of 2022, and it's a frog theme that has lily pads in with it. And I just thought that taking just the lily pad part would make an easy theme as well. And I also may go in and add a black outline around the lily pads, but again, I'm not totally sure, so I figured I'll start without it and see what we like. So to draw the lily pads, it's kind of like drawing a little like Pac-Man. So I'm gonna draw most of a circle and then just kind of have a little like wedge taken out of the pie, if you know what I mean. And I'm gonna make them in different sizes, kind of all around the title here. And I'm going to use 2 different greens for my lily pad. They're both Crayola Super Tips from the set of 100, but you can use more or less different colors, whatever you like. Alright, since I'm going in with color first, I'm just going to finish off the color and then decide if I want to add an outline. And of course, if you decide differently than me, you can add an outline even if I don't. But I'm going to use this Zig Brushable in a really, really light blue shade. It's called Powder Blue. And I'm just going to kind of do like rings. Whoa, that is not as light as it's supposed to be. Let's try this side. I must have colored last over top of something darker. Whoops. Yeah, that's more like it. So I'm just going to do like some kind of like ripple rings around the lily pads. Now to finish off the lily pads themselves, what you want to do is kind of treat that center point as like the center point and just kind of add some lines coming off of the center here, like spokes sort of. And I'm using a darker green for it right now, but if you do decide to outline yours with black pen, you can just use black for this, or you could even use a white gel pen for this. Now I definitely think this would look nice with an outline, or even if you just outlined the letters in black and nothing else, but I do like it how it is right now, and if you are looking to cut down on the time it takes you to set up a monthly title page, just ditching the outline is a really easy way to do that, because outlining honestly takes so long, longer than necessary. So I'm just going to leave it as is, and this little title page here took me about 7 minutes to set up, even with all the talking and stuff. And of course, if you want to use this as your monthly theme, you'll just take this same font, these same doodles, and stamp them onto whatever monthly pages you want. So I'm going to link my monthly plan with me here so that you can see the monthly pages I use. I've got a tasks page, a habit tracker this month, and a calendar, but you can use whatever pages you'd like and just transfer all these doodles and ideas and fonts onto those pages as well. Moving on to the next one, I have more of a soft theme using these kind of peach and beige tones. So I'm going to start off by just writing the title for April in calligraphy. Now I'm not going to spend tons of time prettying up this lettering here. I will go in and just darken the top half of each letter using the same marker, just for fun. But of course there's so much more you can do with this. You can bring in a white gel pen, you can bring in a drop shadow, outline the calligraphy, whatever you would like. Or of course, if you're not into calligraphy, you can do a different font altogether. Now I'm going to add some like envelopes and little doodles coming across the page, and I did see this idea on Pinterest, so I'm going to link that pin below. It was done for February though, so it was kind of like sort of a Valentine's Day theme too, and I'm not going to do that part. I'm just going to add some other little doodles in place of the Valentine's Day stuff. So to draw these envelopes, I'm starting off with color. So I've got rectangles here, I'm just going to color them in. So that's all the coloring that I'm going to do for now. There will be more, but I'm going to come back to that. First, I'm going to take my fine liner here. This is a size 01, and I'm just going to outline these two and add some other envelopes. And to kind of soften the outlines, you can kind of do like a dashed outline. So just leave a little bit of white space every now and then in the line. And as I mentioned, this was originally, like the pin that I saw was for a Valentine's Day thing, so there was like a heart over here, but I just did a little circle as like the seal on the envelope, and same with the stamp, there was a heart on the stamp as well, but I just did a little rectangle. Now I'm adding some more envelopes here that aren't going to be colored in. Again, this idea came from that post that I saw on Pinterest. And I'm going to draw the envelopes the exact same way as I drew the other two, only there's not going to be color on the inside. And I realized as I was drawing these that I completely ditched the whole dashed outline thing for those. So whoops, that was not on purpose. Now again, this part of the theme came from that pin. I just really liked it, okay? I really liked that pin. It looked easy and doable, but very cute. And they just had like kind of an outline around the envelope here. And you know what? I'm gonna get to the bottom of who actually did this theme. I just saw it on Pinterest and liked it, but I'm gonna find out who it was and hopefully tag their YouTube or Pinterest or something like that, so you can check them out too for some more easy themes. So those are the envelopes, and of course you can do more, you can do less, and then you just kind of want to add little doodles kind of moving across the page. So again, since it was a Valentine's Day theme, they had lots of like hearts and flowers and stuff like that. I'm going to just add like sparkles moving along. So to do that, I'm going to do kind of a diamond shape with like kind of concave edges, and just some circles, some dots of various sizes, and just sprinkle that all moving in that direction. Alright, easy as that. So this theme would be really easy to add to just by adding some washi tape, adding a border. You could fill the whole page with doodles like this. Yeah, those are just a few ideas. And even with all the talking, this theme took me 6 minutes to set up. Alright, so the last theme that I want to do today is going to be a little landscape in a circle, and it's actually going to be a volcano landscape, which I think is going to be really neat. I've never done anything like that before, but I saw someone else do a volcano theme that looked nothing like this, so I'm not like copying their theme, but I am taking the idea of doing a volcano landscape. So I've got my circle tracer here, but of course just use what you've got. This one is awesome. It's from Maker's Cabinet, but it is quite pricey, like upwards of $100, but I really love it. So I'm using that to trace a circle here, just kind of in the center of the page. And this would not need to be in a circle. I just decided to do it that way as kind of another way to make my theme different from the one that I saw originally online. So what I'm going to do now is start drawing the volcano. And I think I'm actually going to go in with marker first to draw the volcano itself. So I'm going to just draw kind of like a mountain with a flatter top, and there's going to be other little mountain peaks kind of coming out from there, adding like a little snowy cap top, even though I'm sure the snow would be melted. There's literally a volcano erupting, but whatever. And I'm going to link a theme where I've done this sort of video before, or this sort of theme idea with the mountain, and I got this idea from Claudia Joseph, so I explained kind of my whole shading thing in that video, but I'm not going to explain that here. So those are my 3 mountains. The middle one is going to be a volcano, and I'm actually going to take the light gray marker that I used to outline my circle, and I'm just going to color in this whole top part with light gray. And I actually kind of changed my mind. Instead of being like capped with snow, this is going to be like lava oozing down in like kind of drops and streams. So I'm going to color the mountains with gray, and then I'm going to bring in an orange for the lava. So the thing with doing the circle landscape is you kind of want to fill the whole circle, which makes it look really neat, I think, especially if it doesn't have an outline around it, to just have that like crisp circle edge in the middle of the page is kind of just a cool look. To take something that you could do in so many different ways, like a landscape theme, and just put it in a circle, kind of makes it fun. So I'm going to color in the bottom part here with lava, and let me tell you guys, this theme looked better in my head, but we're just going to keep going with it. And now I want to add lava like shooting into the sky, so I'm going to do kind of like confetti with this orange marker, just like that. So drawing squiggles, dots, kind of just filling the air with lava flying down. Alright, and I'm going to make a small attempt to make this theme look a little bit better, because I'm honestly not really loving it, and just kind of add some white gel pen here to the lava that's kind of flowing by. Alright, so the last thing that we need for this one is a title, and there are obviously lots of different things that you could do for a title. I'm just going to write April underneath here in a small, like all caps font. I'm just going to use this size 01, and yeah, write it down below the circle. Of course, you could also put the title somewhere inside the circle, work it in there, or do calligraphy, more of a fancy title, whatever you like. So yeah, this is the third and final theme, and this one took about 8 minutes to put together. Now, you can probably already tell by what I've been saying so far, this is definitely my least favorite. I like the idea, didn't quite nail the execution, but let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. We'll do a quick flip through here. We've got our volcano with more of like the earthy ceramic kind of tones. Then we've got our really soft letter theme or mail theme, and then we have the bright and colorful lily pads theme.